Hello, welcome back to my channel. Always so happy to find you here. I am uploading part two regarding Kendrick Lamar. First part was regarding his Super Bowl performance, just a little snippet of an understanding as to the messaging. And then today's part two would be on the beef he's having with Drake still to this day. If you haven't seen part one, I'll drop it into the description box as well as the comment section so you can click on it and watch that one first or watch it afterwards, whatever you like. Uh, Personally, I want the beef to end. I wanted it to end a long time ago. But then again, I'm a mediator. Then again, I'm a peace warrior. Then again, I'm a person who wants to resolve issues quicker. So take my position very lightly, but take it from the point of view that it has almost always been the correct thing to do. So let's just take a look at this beef real quick. I am not a I am not an expert as to their whole history. I just really started listening to Kendrick Lamar a few years ago and Drake, I think a few years before that. So whatever. But I'm talking about the issue that they're having that to me at this point is splitting and hurting the culture. So that makes it a collective thing. And I'm about the collective. Okay? So let's just talk about it for a minute. My understanding, and you know probably know more than I do on this, depending on what your genre of music choices are, but I'm sure you could research it and get more facts than I can ever offer, just because I talk off the top of my head based on what I know about a thing. Uh, my understanding is Drake invited Kendrick on his tour, so he actually put him under his wing. And they began to tour, and they were at one time like brother love. They had like brother love. I look at that, I measure that against how Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton was. They just kind of came together and then they split up, and then the other began to rise. It's the same kind of thing. Those situations can certainly occur. But nonetheless, when their beef got so out of control, they began to really um, climax against each other. And, these a lot of time rappers really attack each other through their lyrics. And many times the audience just, they rally for one side of the team or the other, and then they wait for the next response and they want to like that music and they twaddle over to the other side. And then the next one responds and they go back to the other side. But at this point, since Just Like Us came out and the entire album of Just Like Us, Squabble Squabble, and what you're talking about, all of that was not only an excellent record, excellent soundtrack, not soundtrack, but excellent album, that it was so strong and so promoted, and even to this day, and so effective that it actually had an impact on Drake. Not only did he go silent, but now he's in a lawsuit against how this has hurt his own business and career. Having said all that, to me, and again, I know I'm a conciliator. I know that. But to me, once you punch hard enough to knock the person out, what's the purpose of punching anymore? There's a story that I used to always give in some of my trainings that I would say, why do you find it necessary to kill the person daily when the person died the first time you killed them? I got that semi line from watching Pirates of the Caribbean, and Johnny Depp's um, character says, one of you tried to kill me and two of you succeeded, something like that. And I thought, oh, what a twist of words. One of you tried to kill me and two of you succeeded. Yet here I am still, something like that. The point I'm making on that is on this Kendrick Lamar, and let me get my thoughts more aligned. I think the message by which the lyrics landed, and we all like the music, has been effective. And there's no more reason, unless the hate in your heart propels you to do so, to go after the person. There's just no more reason. And what's so bothersome to me most now is the fact that it continues to split the culture. It forces them to take a side on a battle that's not even theirs. That's where the problem is, because it hits the collective. It hits the collective. And people may say, oh, well, that's just business and you don't know that's street life and what you're saying. Yeah, they may sell some kumbaya. Well, I like your heart of the matter and all of that. It hurts the culture. And I'm not saying reconcile, but stop the madness. The beef already landed. Everyone already knows. It was already effective. To continue to to continue to kill a person regularly and with more venom does not speak about the person at all, but it speaks about you. Respect, respectfully, respectfully. Because therein is what I referenced to many times in some past videos I have, where I said the problem is in the basement. And Kendrick Lamar has many, many records that he made before this beef with Drake got so wild in public, where he talks about trauma and mental health and how hurt he's been and how he's having to, pull himself above all it. That is still in the basement, because that is what allows you to do that which you're still doing. I'm not trying to assess nobody. I'm not trying to say, hey, come talk to me. I can tell you where your problem is. I'm not trying to do that. I am trying to say, or I'm not, I'm saying, I'm saying, I'm saying for you to destroy a person repeatedly who's already been destroyed, to kill a person regularly who you already killed, to make them die repeatedly over and over again has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. The hatred, the broken pieces, the lack of healing, the anger, the resentment, all percolating back out for whatever society has done. This is not just about Drake no more. Drake is the tool. Drake is a tool. I wish I could fix it. I wish I could fix it. But one of the things about the helium, Helium, like helium in a balloon, versus if you put helium in a balloon and let it go, versus what you blow in the balloon, let it go. Do you know the helium one will rise quicker and faster than anything before? That's the helium, Healium. The same thing for your healing, Heal. The healing is the hardest thing to get to. But once you get the healing is like that helium. You wouldn't even want to kill the person over and over again. You wouldn't want to because by you wanting to keeps you attached to it. Now, I didn't even know I was going to talk about this. I don't use notes. I talk about what I know about. And I know about that. That's why people are so hurt. That's why it's so difficult for many people who are in the sense of awareness and consciousness of this, are very careful about even who they bring into their lives, close into their lives, because they don't know what's in that person's basement. Bring into the loving portions of them, because they don't know what's in that person's basement, and they are in protection mode. They don't want it, they'll put it on me kind of thing. So they're careful, and you can't blame them for that. So having said that, to me at this point, it is at a collective culture. What is the purpose of bringing two X's of a person onto your stage at the Super Bowl, but to send a message? You see? I bring Serena, she with me now. I bring SZA, she with me. All of this is karma stores that. I don't want anything to happen to Kendrick. I love Kendrick Lamar. Ooh, I listen every day. I listen. So please don't get it. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about situation. It is him. The situation, the underlying pieces. When you store that, the anger piece of it stays alive. You're treating it. You're, you're treating it. And it hurts the culture. I want the culture to be healed. I'm looking for those pieces of the culture by which the fight can relax itself. Why do we have to battle being Black? And then battle within ourselves being Black? You see, maybe I'm wrong, and let me ask you this question. You can let me know if you think so. Maybe I'm wrong for wanting what I want, but this is what I want, and you can let me know if you think I'm wrong. I want the absolute best, unbiased life for us as Black people, even if it means some of us as Black people must correct their ways so that us collectively at the culture can acquire that best. Because after 200 years past colonization, nobody else is doing it for us. Now, am I wrong? Mm-mm. I have a reasonable consciousness towards a collective culture by which we are as grand as we know we are, and so does everyone else. And when you split the culture by dynamics like that, gangs and and violence and violence against us, and you're doing it yourself, you're hurting the collective progress of that, is what I'm saying. So that's the way I feel about it. Okay. Not to knock that they had beef. You can have an argument with somebody and you just could say, I'm just kind of done with that person. I get that. I'm saying that when the thing between the two of you is not about the two of you, but it's about the culture as a whole, and the collective pieces of the culture as a whole is picking a side with one, that is called deterioration. And we don't need the deterioration. I can never say that word right. You can see, but you know what I mean. Deterioration. I never say it right, but you know what I mean. How you say that? De- deterior deterioration. But anyway, you know what I'm trying. I never say that word right. Needless to say, stop the nonsense. Time to let go of the beef. Time to let go of the fight. Time to fix yourself down in your basement. So go down there and get whatever it is. Get a water hose and power jet that stuff out if you have to. Do whatever it takes to get you healed, as long as you don't crucify another person in the progress, like you're trying to do now, because that is just not like us. Okay? And I love you. Squabble, squabble. Bye. If you've gotten this far, please click like, please click subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye. I love you.